Let's do this. Everybody that is joining in on my live right now, I'm not going to be on here long. I do have a couple of, oh, okay. I do have a couple of things that I am currently doing. So choose it. Currently doing a couple of things. I am attaching some email. I wonder if it's the second one. I think it's the second one. Attaching some things for my clients and my customers. All right, now send. There we go. Um, just send it that way. Anybody ask you do all that, Siri? Um. Okay, cool. That's done. All right, y'all. So y'all, real quick in the live, what's going on, Miss Sis? What's going on? Why? Why email? What's going on? What happened? I sent it to myself. Oh, okay. I did not. I was gonna say, cause squeeze me. I hate what did it say? Why not? Okay, well then do it that way. I promise you, Gmail be acting and doing whatever it wants to do. So yeah, just a real quick live, just really quick before I have to go into work, unfortunately, because you know, bills. But I'm only gonna be there for a little bit. So like I can't complain, but I'm complaining. Um, it could be worse, but like all jokes aside, squeeze me? Yeah, squeeze me. Squeeze me. Um, I shouldn't complain, but I am because it's not that I'm ungrateful for the amount of time, but it's like you go into work for 4 hours. Like as soon as you get there, you basically clock out. So it's like I waste the whole outfit. I waste like most of my day where I could be editing and doing other things. Oh, oil up my face a little bit. Yeah, I know. I have a job. I can't complain. I'm looking for other jobs because Chabu girl. That's what I was like. I can't complain, but I am because they could be giving me 5. But you right. You right. You right. Let me just take what I can get. Good morning, Victor. So yeah, I am finishing, or I am finishing. I finished up a the intro and channel art for somebody between last night and this morning. I just finished that from this morning. I have a vlog that I have edited halfway. Oh Lord, it ain't even halfway. I'm lying. I edited a little bit of it, so I need to do more. I just gotta obviously sit down and edit it. I did some new things to the person's intro that I just did. Um, tried out some different things when it comes to green screen and stuff. What? Okay, let me email this teacher because here we go. Y'all know what? I'm not gonna complain, but I'm gonna talk about this. Let me respond. So y'all know how there's 9 weeks in a grading period, right? And actually, I was supposed to call to school. Hold on, because I can't. You know what? I'm not gonna respond. I'm just call to school. I'm not responding via email. I need to talk to an actual person. I'm not about to respond via email. I'm not doing that today. Um, there's 9 weeks in a grading marking period. Now, mind you, my children go to school, they come home. Where my kids go to school, they do not give the kids homework. I don't know if you guys get your guys' children get homework, even in elementary, like they send them home with books and we read it. But Blythe literally will read that book from the time she gets in the car from school to the time we get home and she's done reading. Like Blythe is my I'm not gonna say she's my bookworm per se because I don't know Coco's I don't know how Coco's gonna be in school because she's just starting to read, but Priya likes to read, yes, and anime. That's about it. Any other book that like she's made to read, obviously she'll do it for school, but like when it comes to reading anything, Blythe will she's me when it comes to that. Like I'll read almost anything. Anyway, that's a nine week marking period for grades and stuff. Now, because of a certain situation, I was contemplating moving my kids' school, and I can talk about this briefly, but I was contemplating moving my kids out of school for safety. So, um, with me talking to like the guidance counselors or registrars, and the principal, vice principal, whatever have you, I was talking in communication with all four schools. Um, and I was just like, yeah, so this is what's going on. I don't know if I really want to switch. I don't know if I really want to do this, but like because of safety reasons and stuff like that, and my children, da da da, whatever. So the kids have Chromebooks. They took Priya's Chromebook the same day that I said I was thinking about withdrawing. So now here's my issue. And when Priya told me, I was just like, well, are they at least giving you paperwork? Are they giving you a loaner to work with class? Da da da. Um, she would say, I have to go and get a loaner, but when I go and get the loaner, I'm usually late for my first period. And I'm just like, okay, I understand that. They need to just go ahead and give you one. So I called the school and I said, you know what? Until the day that I switch my kids out of school, give her Chromebook back so that she can complete her assignments. Well, the person I talked to said, okay, yeah, fine. We'll go ahead and give it back to her. Why 3 days before the marking period? I'm lying. 2 days before the marking period. And I get an email from one specific teacher. Now, the other teachers had no problem. Now, the other teachers had no problem, like making sure that she still had the work when they took her Chromebook. This teacher specifically did not. And I told her, I was just like, hey, I'm getting an email saying that this is missing. Make sure you talk to your teacher, figure that out, da da da. 2 days before that marking period, they said that she was missing X amount of papers. She didn't turn in X amount of papers. And I was just like, but me and the register, me and the guidance counselor, da da da, we've had this conversation. How is she missing that paperwork? Oh, well, she doesn't have a Chromebook. Why did y'all still not give her a Chromebook? How is she supposed to get her assignments turned in? So I'm not blaming Priya. And I told Lachey this, like, I'm not blaming Priya. I blame the teachers for dropping the ball for that one. Yeah, like, and I'm not even telling y'all all of what's going on. But like, I'm not blaming the teachers, or I'm not blaming Priya. I'm blaming the teachers because of their negligence. Like, if she had a failing grade 2 weeks ago and they said, hey, she's missing this and this and this and this, or send me an email more than 2 days before the market period, because and then one of those days, I believe, was like, did they go to school one day? I don't even think they went to school one day. And I was just like, how the heck is she supposed to do all this work in one day? How's this supposed to happen? Or was it a day before? Either way, she had like one day to complete all these assignments that they not once told me anything about. And like, part of me was like, yo, I'm mad at Priya, but at the same time, I can't be too mad with her because of the situation. Like, I can't say, oh, well, you should have been a little bit more proactive with this. No, day before. Okay, because so much has happened. But either way, I'm like, I can't be mad at her for not being proactive because she can only tell a teacher what to do, but so far. Like, she can only go so far with telling the teacher what to do. Because I do know that most of the teachers here I've had to have words with. And it's not because I'm a rude person. It's not because I'm this Taurus. It's not because of anything. Like, I'm an advocate when it comes to my kids' studies. It does not matter what. When I was switching the kids' school, one thing that I really hated about like switching the schools, which is why I didn't switch them, was because of the Spanish program. Like, you guys know that my kids are bilingual, and I was like, man, they would lose that extra language if I switched them to here, or if I did this and that. Like, I was missing something, and that's something that I didn't want to happen. So I'm an advocate when it comes to studies. Like, I 100%, I don't give a darn about electronics. I don't give a darn about social media. if my kids are not like succeeding in school, like I just drop everything. I'm just like, okay, let me figure out how I can help them. So that's what I was supposed to be doing today instead of being on live. Actually, I just thought about that, but they don't even open up until 9 o'clock. So I can't even talk to nobody for another 6 minutes. Definitely should have. Definitely should have. And the thing about it is, my kids are very respectable. Yes, they have my mouth and yes, they have my attitude, but my kids never disrespect an adult. So I feel like this is how it goes. And Priya is more the like mellow out. Again, Priya is more so the healing version of me, where she will slow to respond. And she's like, all right, you might have disrespected me. I'm gonna let you have that one. I'm gonna let you have that one, and I'm gonna let God fix it, because if I fix it, I'm going to jail. Like, she's that part of me. So I figured the conversation had went exactly how she told me, because I was just like, well, why? Because again, the email that just said was she only got half of the paper in, the other half again was on the Chromebook, and they took said Chromebook. So anyway, um that Benadryl is not working. God darn it, so here's how the conversation, I'm pretty sure, went. Priya probably approached the teacher and said, hey, my mom sent you the email for me to come and talk to you about trying to get some kind of paperwork as far as the grades, so that I can make that up. And I'm pretty sure the teacher said, well, I don't have time, or something along the lines of that too. That too. Um, I'm pretty sure the teacher said, well, I don't have time for that. I'm about to start my class. See me after. And I'm pretty sure Priya went to go see him after. And instead of her like actually pushing for it, she probably was just like, well, he said he doesn't have anything, and I'm just going to go to my next class before I'm late for that class. Because never mind. I was about to say too much. Yeah. But from a teacher standpoint, because again, I'm not going to consider myself a teacher or an educator per se, but I do work with children with autism. And because I'm with these children more than their parents, sometimes on a well, not now because of my schedule, but when I was on a week to weekend ratio, I see these kids more than their parents do, because by the time they get out at 5 o'clock, they go to bed at like 8:30. They only get to spend about 3 or so hours with their parents, and that's weekday. So I can tell when, yes, this child who is on the spectrum, who is very vocal, who even the non-vocal children, I can tell when something's not right. Like, hey, mom, hey, dad, did they sleep well last night? Did they not eat this morning? Like, what's going on? Like, their behavior's been a little bit off. Like, do you have visitors in town? Is something changing in the family dynamic? And for the most part, it would be like the mom would be pregnant. There'll be people visiting from out of town. Their sleep schedule would be wrong. Um, yes, like, my child, like, not for nothing. When my kids go to school, the teachers who I rely on, and Lachey had talked about this earlier, and I had said something about teacher appreciation. My teachers know my kids more than I do, some for the most part, when it comes to like their day-to-day routine. So they should know, or they're getting to know them more, especially with Coco just starting with this teacher. But I'll say her daycare provider, they would know when something is wrong, i.e., when they would know when something's wrong. So they reach out and say, hey, what's going on? Or, hey, is everything okay at home? Or did they not eat breakfast? Or what happened? So I know, I know that from a teacher's standpoint, and from like just me working with children as well, if something's not right with that child, I will ask the parents. And I'm not trying to like step on toes or like say that the parents don't know their kids. Um, but again, I see your child I used to, for 8 hours a day, and I know something is off. Whether it be even for like the littles, like I'm like, hey, are we teething? Do we got something going on? Are we sick? Are we just coming back from some sickness? That, like, So for that teacher to not reach out until like a day before, like Lachey was saying, like I said, so much has happened. So like my days kind of all meshed together. And then I don't sleep like a regular person. Um, very inconsiderate, especially when there was no paperwork done. And how they had, and Priya had also came home and told me this. They said that because you were thinking about withdrawing, they took it. And I was just like, if I didn't do withdrawal paperwork, none of that should have happened. So that's another thing that I got to bring up. Because until something is set in stone, like, hey, yes, in fact, this is where they are going, this is what's happening, do it. But because none of that was done, it was not needed. Like, it was very inconsiderate and very, like, they jumped the gun on that, which, because of my circumstances, that could easily be looked at crazily on my behalf and again used against me, because the email, talking too much. Oh, my nose is itching, y'all. My allergies are killing me. Yeah, I simply keep them informed, because like I don't want it to be like a day where I'm just like, yeah, so I'm pulling my kids out, and then they're just like, well, wait, we got to do this, and we got to do this, and you guys have this on your account, and you did it. Like, I'm never gonna be that type to be like we're pulling the trigger and that's it. What? Oh. Yeah, no. No, I fixed what was trying to be put against me, Lachey, and I'll talk to you before I go to work, because I'm about to get off here, because I got to be there at 9, and I'm already about to call the school. My coffee not even hot no more, y'all. It's cold as crap. But yeah, so I got room tonight if you guys are interested. So again, like I said, I'm not gonna be on here live long. I still have an opening for tonight. Maybe tomorrow. We're still in communication for the one-on-one social media work with brands workshop. That's Cashapp is TiarahOk. If you want it, and that for an hour and a half is $20. If you want to send more, again, you can. But I promise you, the working with brands, it's a lot of information crammed into that hour and a half. And again, because of the time, kids could be needing me. I could be pulled here, I could be pulled there. So that's why I give you that hour and a half for all of that information, to also get your social media kit done. I'm double checking my schedule, y'all. I'm sorry, because if I ain't got to be nowhere, I ain't getting out this house. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's still available for tonight. Potentially tomorrow. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Like, why do they have me for that extended amount of time with that child? Oh, this is so annoying. I'm not gonna complain. So yeah, if you are interested in working with brands, trying to get some extra income via social media, let me know. Why am I hearing like a phone ring? Am I bugging? Maybe I'm bugging. Let me know. You can DM me or email me. My email is Tiarah.Howell@gmail.com. We can talk more about that, but go ahead and have a good, amazing day. Like I said, I gotta get ready to get on this phone, and I gotta get ready to figure out why they doing what they doing to my child. So you guys enjoy your day, and we will chat a little bit later.